Burnley versus Arsenal. Here we go again. And this time, we're ahead of the table. We are 22 points into the Premier League. Our next competition is Bournemouth, 18 points. But our competition tomorrow will be Burnley. They sit on 10 points. They're 5 points clear of the relegation zone. And they're going to want to get a result from us. But they're not in that kind of position, I don't think, where they're looking to win. They don't need to win against Arsenal. They just need a point. Anything will do. And I fully expect them to play for that. They're going to play to a point. They'll take 3 points if they can on a quick counter-attack. But the main thing here is that they will play the lowest of low blocks. I'm fully confident in that. As for other competition, however, and this is important to me, we have got Tottenham versus Chelsea. And realistically, we could do with a draw in that game. But another game we could do with a draw in is Man City Bournemouth. If we win, we're 25 points in. If Bournemouth draw, only 19. That puts us 6 points ahead of them. If Spurs draw, they're only 18. That puts us 7 points ahead. If Man City draw, 17, 8 points ahead, so on and so forth. And we need to keep this kind of thing going. And in general, if those two draws plus us winning puts us that far ahead in the league, 6 points clear, that is exactly the kind of results that we need. We need to keep, hopefully keep Tottenham demoralised, keep City demoralised, and take some points off of Bournemouth, who have done really well in the league so far. They wouldn't be second otherwise, but we do kind of need them to drop a few points. Nothing against Bournemouth, I think they're a really good team. I think they're a great team. But as for Arsenal, I fully expect us to win. I fully expect us to win. And I won't take anything else. I will not accept anything other than a win tomorrow. Burnley, they're not a bad side, but we're top of the league for a reason. And I expect them, and the moment we score, if we score a goal, if we get 1-0 ahead, they will open up. And if they open up, it's our game to win, to lose. And if and when we do, that's when we will have control over the game. They can't keep closed at that point, otherwise they risk a bit too much there of just losing. And we can open them up. We can get a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth even. But I don't want to get overzealous right now. I know that getting that kind of hyped, that kind of overzealousness, that can really be testing fate as it is. Now, I will say again, this is very much a game where we don't need to rest any players, and we're also seeing a few good signs as well of players like Noni Madueke coming back into the squad, or at least early access. I didn't read the full thing, I wasn't able to. But let me look at it now. Noni Madueke. I'm hearing good signs that he might be back in the team soon. And that's the kind of player that we need. We do need someone like Noni Madueke back in the team as soon as possible. It's good backup for Bukayo Saka. And on top of that, he's also, considering the fact that we're still in the Carabao Cup with an FA Cup yet to be played, he's the kind of player that we're going to need to back up Bukayo Saka and avoid another repeat of last season. And I'm trying to consider all competitions here. But as things stand, we've put ourselves in a great position, first in the league, unbeaten in Europe, and of course we're in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. That's a great position to be in, but we're going to be playing a lot of games. And we need to remember that, and we need to remember why we have this squad to begin with. If we can get these players back, especially players like Noni Madueke, if we can get him back as quick as possible, we're looking good. We're looking like a very good team, very capable team of going out and winning everything. I'm not saying we will, but we look capable. Now, I will say, looking at this as well, the only 3 games that really mattered to us at this point is Burnley, Arsenal, City, Bournemouth, and Tottenham, Chelsea. And if those results go in our favour, if those results do go in our favour, we are looking in a very good position. Very good position. 6 points clear. Our rivals dropping points. Can't complain with that. And only 10 games in as well. That would be brilliant. Absolutely amazing. But regardless, I'm going to get into my starting 11 now, and this is going to be a no-nonsense starting 11. Starting in goal, David Raya. David Raya is our goalkeeper. It's good to see that he got a bit of rest, and good to see Kepa got a bit of game time in the last game against Brighton. But of course, Raya's always going to be the one. In our defence, I've gone Gabriel. And of course, it has to be Gabriel. Gabriel is irreplaceable. He absolutely is irreplaceable. And especially now that William Saliba's injured, he's going to be even more integral to the team. Speaking of William Saliba being injured, we also have Christian Mosquera, and he is going to be the backup for William Saliba. Now, Christian Mosquera, I saw a bit of up and down with him last season, but I think I saw a bit more up than down. He does look defensively solid, maybe a little error prone at times, but I think that's going to be resolved with experience. And the more he gets to play with us, I think the less he's going to make those kind of silly mistakes. I am very much looking forward to seeing how Christian Mosquera evolves throughout the game. In the right back, I've gone with Jurrien Timber, and who else? He is the best right back in the league. I will hear no debate over it. I don't think there's anyone better than him. And let's just put it simply, with him on the left wing, I'm going to put Ricardo Calafiori. Now, Ricardo Calafiori, if we put that back four together, that is the best back four in the league. That is the back four that didn't concede a single shot on target in all of October in the Premier League. I will not hear that Eddie Nketiah's quote-unquote header was a shot on target. I'm not having it. It's propaganda. But yeah, no. In all seriousness, that back four, that's the kind of back four that can win you leagues. And with the squad in general that we have now, we are looking so much more better than what we did last season. We look very capable in every position, and we have the squad depth to back it up as well. And it shows with the fact that these injuries, they're disappointing. They're a bit of a gut punch, but they're not fatal for us. Anyways, back to it. In the midfield, I've gone Martin Zubimendi. Now, Martin Zubimendi, I did say I would have probably brought him on in the Brighton game, and that's because of his ability to recover the ball. It's something that I was noticing that we were failing to do a lot. We were constantly losing the ball in that midfield area, and it goes to show how vital Zubimendi is. Even when he loses the ball, or even when someone around him loses the ball, he recovers it. With him, I'm gone with Declan Rice, and Declan Rice against Brighton, he just showed just why he's this important to the team. That Brighton team had an absolute nightmare against him, and it goes to show just the kind of quality player that he is. And we're going to need that kind of quality in the league, and that's why he's going to be probably the best midfielder that we have. And with him, I've gone with Eberechi Eze. And I do think Eberechi Eze, he does need to kind of step up his game a little bit. I can understand it's a new system, he's not quite used to it. I'm just concerned with how much he's losing the ball and how a bit reluctant he is to pass the ball. I've noticed that in the few games that he's been playing. If he can get past that, if he can find ways to not lose the ball or pass a little bit earlier, I'm very comfortable, and I think he's going to be an absolute massive addition to the team. And in our attack, on the left wing, I've gone with Gabriel Martinelli. I think it's Gabriel Martinelli's turn to have a go at him. And considering the pace that he has against a team like Burnley, who again, I'm absolutely convinced they're going to just throw a low block in it and probably not even try to score unless they can get a counter in. But I think that pace will come in handy. 110%. On the right wing, I've gone with Bukayo Saka, and he's been an absolute star for us. Just this season alone. And that kind of quality that we get with him, we're going to need that. And especially coming off of the goal that he got against Brighton. Yes, it was a very simple goal to score, but every single goal's a confidence booster. And I'd very much like to see Bukayo Saka running with full confidence. And last but not least, we've got Victor Gyökeres. Now, Victor Gyökeres, you can tell by his mere presence how important he is to the squad. He's so important to us that players back off from Martinelli and Bukayo Saka, and they start trying to mark Victor Gyökeres. And that kind of freedom that Victor Gyökeres can give our wingers, that's the kind of thing that can get us in dangerous positions. And especially our infamous corners as well. Something that we love taking. But anyways, that's my match preview for Burnley versus Arsenal. Let me know what you think down below. Like, share, and comment, and please do subscribe. It really does help out the channel. And I'll be seeing you for the match watch along for Burnley versus Arsenal. Goodbye for now.